So hey guys, hello to everyone. Hi there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Firstly, I want to say thank you guys so much for taking your time to click on this video. I really appreciate you. You'll know guys that I love you and I love you permanently. So it's actually my first time showing my face on this channel because I felt like this is something that would need me to come and explain. Yeah guys, so I actually wanted to speak to you guys about for sure you'll have seen like the topic, you know, this debate whether to go to university or to go to a Tvet college. I just wanted to tell you guys my experience with regards to that. I'm going to keep this video very short because personally I don't like long videos. I like someone who just gets straight to the point, and I hope that someone will find this information helpful, especially if you have maybe for yourself or maybe for your loved one and all of that, because my brother is currently in matric and you know this kind of information would be useful to someone like that. So I was one person who was ashamed because I had went to a Tvet college and not a university. Why? Because I felt like, you know, that someone who went to university was maybe more smarter than me, or maybe they knew something that I did not know. You know, I felt inferior when it came to those things, and I was like most of the time ashamed. I don't want to lie. So a time came when I realized that no, the most important thing is getting an education. That is the most important thing. The most important thing is getting understanding, and I think that is where we miss it. We are so big on where you went and studied, but the most important thing is to have knowledge and have understanding. So what happened was, when I was in matric, I didn't apply with the CAO form for some reason. So what happened was, I did not have, you know, anywhere to study the following year. So what happened was, my father actually took us to a college which was in Port Shepstone, and that is where I enrolled for the course that I did, which was financial management. So now one thing that I want to mention is that most people think just because you are going to a Tvet college, it's automatically going to be easy for you to get admission. That is not the case. So with university, they use the CAO system, the point system, but with the Tvet college, it all comes down, for example, with your average. For example, we may both have did accounting, but if the average I had maybe for my accounting was 70% and maybe you had 50%, obviously they would consider me, you know. So it's not like easy where like there's just going to be admission. No, there are protocols that they also follow, and you must have a good pass rate, because obviously they're going to take someone who has like much better marks. So that is what happened for me, and yeah, I just thank God for that opportunity. And also even with the rest domains where the students stay, yes, in our college we had rest. For my first semester, I was actually renting outside the college, but for my second semester, my family said, you know what, you need to get good marks so that you get admission for rest, because that is also what happened for the rest. You also had to apply based on your marks. For example, if a person has like 80% average, they would consider that person to stay in the rest domains. So it all went according to your marks. So it's not like plain easy black and white. Everything, you know, has like a certain degree of some sort of marks that you need to acquire in order for you to qualify. So I mostly felt ashamed and was not too proud to tell people that, oh, I studied here and all of that. But now I understand that the most important thing is for you to have understanding. If you understand, you know, if you understand theory, or you understand, you know, like what is being communicated to you, that is the most important thing. So now I'm just going to explain to you guys like what does the course like entails. For example, we know that Tvet colleges, yeah guys, firstly I just want to say I'm so sorry for that noise, because you'll know that I'm renting, so there's noise outside. So so what happens is, with the Tvet college, you can only further your studies to a national diploma. So that is like your 3-year qualification, which is an NQF level 6 according to the National Qualifications Framework. So it's a national diploma which consists of 18 months theory, like in college where you're learning like your textbooks and all of that good stuff, and then the other 18 months has to be practical training within a registered enterprise, and that training that you are getting has to be in line with the course that you are doing. Let me just make an example. Like I was saying, for example, if you have a diploma in human resources, you would have to get practical training for another 18 months within the human resource department. For example, if you did human resources, I cannot take you and put you in a finance department, because that will not like be 100% relevant to the course that you studied. For example, like guys, I'm so sorry, there's someone outside who keeps on moving up and down. I don't even know what they're doing and why they're not finishing. So for example, I did finance. So for my 18 months practical training, I did it in a company, and I was placed in their finance department. Because one mistake that people do is that they just do practical training anyway, and when you present that practical training back to the college, they actually decline it because it's not in line with your course. So you need to be really careful when it comes to that. So what happened was, I did my practical training for 18 months, and then the company now has to write a letter to say yes, they did it, they did their practical training with us, you know, put it on a letterhead, put the company stamp, and then take it to the college, and then the college will sign it off, and then you would receive your qualification. So that is how it was. It's not a very easy process. One, because after the 18 months of your theory in college, where you now have to get that placement in that company, that process from there is not easy. Why? Because there are a lot of students that for example, we had a placement office where they will place students to that company and all of that, but there is a long list. You'll know public things, government things, you'll know how it works. So it actually took a really long time. What happened was, I found my own company, because they also encouraged us to apply on the site, but we must make sure that the company is registered. That is what you must like really look out for. And thanks to the grace of God, that I found a company that was legit, and they allowed me to do my 18 months practical training in the finance department. So yeah guys, that is what the process is when it comes to Tvet College. And also guys, you can also further your studies as well. You can do your advanced diploma. For example, you can do it on let's say a private college, and you can also do it, if I'm not mistaken, via UNISA, but it's going to be like 2 years if you do it like in a university study. But if you do it via a private college, it's just going to be 1 year, and then your qualification will be equivalent to a bachelor's degree, which is an NQF level 7. Yeah, so I hope everyone understand. And one thing I love about Tvet College is the fact that you have experience at hand. The minute you get your qualification, you automatically have experience at hand that you can now put on your CV. And one thing I'm going to encourage people to do is that in this day and age that we live in, you must not just do a course for the sake of doing it, but you must do a course. For example, don't do a course just because you wanna go and sit in an office, in a white collar job and sit for 10 hours and all of that. No, I would prefer that for example, like oh my gosh, sorry guys, sorry, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I would prefer that you maybe do studies that will also promote you to do your own thing. For example, if you do agriculture, stuff like that, agriculture, you can be self-employed and do that. If you do engineering, if you do civil engineering, stuff like that, stuff that make you to be an asset yourself, where you don't depend on sending out CVs to a company, but you can be like what do they call it in school, a sole trader. Yeah, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but you are one man, you are the business. Do you understand? That is what I mean. So that is what I would suggest, that the thing about Tvet College is that they teach you the skill to do it. You don't just go with the paperwork and then you are empty. But even, for example, even with hospitality studies, the students are actually taught it. They are taught cooking, they are taught making drinks, they are taught, they go to what you call these things, oh my gosh, this name just went out of my mind. So hotels, they go to hotels where they can experience firsthand as to how this is done. So I would actually advise that you do something that is going to offer you practical training. You can do things like what, for example, my other brother, so guys, my brother, he actually did mechanical engineering, and he did it at a Tvet College. So what happened was, he did it, and when he was done with his 18 months, he actually submitted his CV at Toyota, and by the grace of the Lord, he got an apprenticeship with Toyota based on what he had already had. And he got an apprenticeship with Toyota, and he's currently been working there ever since. So what I'm saying is, he is like an asset. You understand? He can be he is the main business. Even if he loses his job, he can still do this on the side and have an income. So what I'm trying to encourage is that, guys, please, for example, your brothers, your sisters, or your cousins, make sure that you encourage them to do something that is a skill. Not to just do something that they will sit around and wait to be employed. They can do carpentry, things like that. They can do things like your plumbing, things of that nature and things of that sort. Because then that means like you can easily charge people to do their work for them. For example, more people are buying cars, and more people don't want, for example, to pay their insurance. So if they have a problem with their car, they're going to need somebody to fix it for them, and you will be there to provide those services to them. So I encourage you guys to say, you know what, going to university is 100% correct. Going to a Tvet College is 100%, but what I'm trying to emphasize for you guys is that, you know what, we have to be skillful. We have to be skillful. We need this generation to be more skillful. Like, we cannot just go and study and then hope around to be hired. Listen, there is nobody coming to hire you. For example, you get a human resource qualification, and then who's going to hire you? Like, you are not like you are not an asset where employment will be shooting at you and coming at you. But if you have a skill, now that is the drawing line. Now if you have a skill, that no one will take it away, that no one can take that away from you. So I just want to encourage you guys and say, be proud of your qualification, be proud of it, because there's a reason why you went there, and you have the education. So you know what, use it to the best of your ability and be proud of it. Don't be ashamed of where you come from. Don't be ashamed of where you studied and all of that, just because people say, oh, I went to DUT, oh, I went to uni, oh, I went to this and that and that and that. You went to a Tvet College and you're sitting in the same office as them. So don't look down on yourself. You went to university, I went to college, and I'm sitting in the same company as you, in the same position as you. So the most important thing is for you to get up and get an education, and God will take care of the rest. So yeah, guys, I hope that you'll enjoy this video and it provided some clarity for those people who needed some sort of clarity. And I'll be sure also to make other videos of my internship and how I got it and how much I have been earning as an intern in a private sector, sorry. Just sharing my experience with you guys and all of that good stuff. So guys, firstly, I just want to say I love you guys permanently, and I And I just want to say, guys, please like, comment, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. And yeah, leave a comment below so that I know that this was useful to you. So I will see you guys on the next one.